Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new video here on the channel with me, Tommy T999. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I was lucky enough to be invited out to Poland. Yes, Square Enix flew me out to play Outriders, a brand new original IP that delivers a co-op RPG third-person shooter experience for the player. It's set in a dark sci-fi universe, so I've got to say, first up, a huge thank you to the team at Square Enix for flying me out to Warsaw and letting me play this game way before it is set to release. Outriders is a next-generation game that will be releasing in the holidays of 2020 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One, with both PS4 and Xbox One X features being supported. It is made by the development team at People Can Fly, who have been making shooters for almost 2 decades, and they previously made games such as Painkiller, Gears of War Judgment, and Bulletstorm. Outriders is a 1 to 3 player co-op RPG shooter set in an original, dark, and desperate sci-fi universe. And in this gameplay, you will see myself teaming up with the 2 angry gamers, both Tommy and Bong, who have also kindly shared their footage with me to offer multiple viewpoints of the game. But also, each of us played a different class of Outrider, which I'll explain a little bit more in detail very shortly in this video. So back to the story. As mankind bleeds out in the trenches of Enoch, you'll create your own Outrider, and then embark on a journey across the hostile planet. With rich storytelling spanning a diverse world, you'll leave behind the slums and shantytowns of the first city, and traverse forests, mountains, and desert in the pursuit of a mysterious signal. Combining intense gunplay with violent powers and an arsenal of increasingly twisted weaponry and gear sets, Outriders offers countless hours of gameplay. It is a game with traditional video game sensibilities, looking to give you intense, hard-hitting combat, deep RPG mechanics, and a compelling story. And it will do exactly what it says on the tin. There will be no loot boxes, no pay-to-win shortcuts, and you'll be getting a complete experience out of the box. Outriders isn't just a shooter with some RPG elements included. This is first and foremost an RPG. Only instead of turn-based battles or active time battles, the combat system is a top-tier shooter. Outriders is the game that People Can Fly have always wanted to make. A game with the intensity of a shooter and the depth of an RPG. So what is the story behind Outriders? Well, the Earth is gone. Destroyed by war and climate change, it could no longer sustain human life. And in the final years of humanity's existence of Earth, a last-ditch plan for the survival of the human race was created. In the year 2159, 2 massive colony ships were sent to the lush, unexplored world of Enoch. After 80 years of travelling with the crew in cryosleep, only 1 ship arrives in orbit around Enoch. The remaining ship, the Flores, this is humanity's last hope. You play as an Outrider, one of an elite force of pioneers and explorers, the first boots on the ground and the tip of the spear for the human colonization effort. So upon arrival on Enoch, the Outriders are the first to touch down on the planet. Their mission is to secure a safe landing zone for the rest of the colonization crew to come and land safely. Shortly after landing, they start to explore this wild world, full of wonders and potential, but they also discover a signal emanating from somewhere on the planet. The Outriders set out to explore where that signal is coming from. Now, during this journey, they are set upon by an unnatural storm. Razor winds tear anything caught in the open apart. Advanced technology is fried, and bursts of energy surges across the surface of Enoch. The Outriders are caught out in this storm. Some are torn apart, reduced to molecules, and spread to the winds. Some, though, do come back, but they're changed, and your Outrider is one of those. Wounded, but somehow altered, you are taken back to the cryopods on your ship and frozen until your comrades can get you some help.
Like I always say, it ain't over till it's over.
But in this story, help never comes. When you do finally awake, you find a new world, and it's been 30 years since the landing on Enoch, and everything has changed. The storm is now called the Anomaly, and it still rages hard. The flora and fauna of Enoch has changed, hyper-evolved, and once harmless plants and creatures are now deadly, one and all. It's as if the planet itself is fighting back against the infection of humanity. The colonization effort has failed, falling into despair and infighting. The remaining colonists are now trapped in a valley, robbed of all advanced technology, unable to leave because of the raging anomaly, and fighting a savage civil war against each other. It is this unforgiving world that your Outrider steps back into and has to try and make some sense of.
I could smell the storm in your blood, your stink of Enoch. Your kind are abominations, exile.
Who the hell are you?
Outrider. Impossible. Such untapped power, such confusion. You want answers. Whatever you were before, you're something new now. A second life. Don't waste it.
Who was that?
Lord Seth? He's altered. And he's a little man. A little man.
Altered? What the fuck does that mean?
You... you don't know what you are. Where'd you steal that uniform?
Didn't, it's mine.
Yeah? If you's really an Outrider, then you fight's on the wrong side. Altered.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, the Grand Marshal, she'll explain. Come.
Despite the chaos and destruction that has ensued in the past 30 years though, that signal is still there, emanating from somewhere over the horizon. Someone, somewhere, is still there. There is still some technology beyond what the anomaly has left humanity with, and perhaps this is the final hope for life on Enoch. The Outriders must once again take their place as the brave explorers that carry the destiny of humankind on their shoulders.
You think you can fight me?
But there is a twist to this tale though. Not everyone who gets caught up in the anomaly dies a horrible, unthinkable death. Some do come back. Why? Well, no one has a Scooby-Doo, but they are not the same. Never the same. They are altered, somehow infused with the power of the anomaly. The Altered develop impossible powers, from the ability to manipulate fire, or gravity, or even time and space. They can do things that no one thought possible. The more powerful they are, the less human they are. Both their bodies and their minds twisted and warped by the anomaly surging through them. Your Outrider is one of these. An Altered, granted power beyond compare, but cursed to slowly leave their humanity behind. Now, there are 4 classes to choose for your character based on these alterations, and so far, we know 3 of them. There's Trickster, Devastator, and Pyromancer. The Trickster is the hit-and-run damage dealer of Outriders. They do their best work in close combat and are equipped with powers that allow for unrivaled mobility on the battlefield, and for, of course, flanking their enemies. The Trickster bends the laws of space and time with their abilities. They can slow down time, a power that's great both defensively and offensively. And they can teleport around the battlefield, and up close they wreak havoc with their temporal slice, a wide-arcing melee attack that turns unfortunate foes into skeletons. Secondly, there is the Devastator. These are the backbone of any group of Outriders. Strong and tough, they control gravity and use the power of Earth to crush their enemies. A true tank. A close combat specialist that wades into damage. Their powers allow them to leap into the fight, cover themselves in rock-like skin, and send their enemies flying with powerful ground pounds. And finally, there is the Pyromancer, a medium-range area of effects specialist. wielding the power of fire. They cover the battlefield with their blazing fury. The thermal bomb turns any enemy hit with it to a walking bomb that explodes when that enemy dies. Their firewalls tear across the battlefield and flush enemies out of their cover, but be aware, the Pyromancers aren't as durable as Devastators or as mobile as Tricksters, but their explosive arsenal makes them a threat in any situation. And in this gameplay, this is the character and the class that I was playing through.
Wait! Stop! You're an altered. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Where the fuck are you fighting for those fascist assholes? We're the ones fighting for our lives. Do you even know what they did to us?
I know what you did to me.
So let's summarize what Outriders is before we get into loads more gameplay. It's in intensity of a shooter, depth of an RPG. Outriders' brutal and bloody combat combines frenetic gunplay, incredible powers and deep RPG systems to create a true genre hybrid. It's a dark and desperate journey where you discover the hostile planet of Enoch as you embark on a journey to the source of a mysterious signal. It offers dynamic 1 to 3 player co-op, where you can play single player or join up to 2 friends in drop-in drop-out co-op as you tackle the horrors of a hyper-evolved planet. There are 4 unique classes, where you can create and customize your own Outrider and choose from 4 unique classes each, with its own skill tree to define your own playstyle. And of course, you must finally scavenge and adapt, customize and upgrade your Outrider with countless items of moddable guns and gear as you leave humanity behind. Once again, I've got to say a huge thank you to the team at Square Enix for flying me out to Warsaw in Poland to get me playing this game way before it is expected to launch, plus also give me the opportunity to meet the team at People Can Fly. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know down below in the comments. Plus, if you'd like to see more gameplay from this game, make sure you let me know also down in the comments, or get in contact with me and message me on my social media, whether that be Twitter or Instagram. Until the next time, believe in your dreams, become legend. This has been Outriders. My name has been Tommy T999, and I'll speak to you again in the next one.
And so, Outrider, you've had your first kill. We Alter do not die so easily, do we?
Seth.
Come. We must speak.
They asked you to help them. To fight the altar down there. Why didn't you?
That pathetic monstrosity was a distraction.
People are dying because of him. Without the supply route open...
They all die. These feeble creatures. Slaughtering each other over scraps. You waste your gifts. Running errands for them. Trying to win their meaningless, endless war. You must realize, you are not like them anymore.
So what? I should play at being a god like you.
I am not playing. But you are something even more. Altered and Outrider. The last Outrider. Do what you were sent here for. Go! Beyond the frontier. These people need their gods. Only one like you could lead them to a future.
Why not you?
They call him Moloch. I fight another war, far above this petty squalor. My war is with the worst of our kind. This one is too powerful. He will destroy us all, unless I hunt him down. But this is not your fight. You are to be the shepherd. Find a way for them out of this slaughter. Outrider.
Sure, it's done. Your supply line's open, I'm heading home.